Let me holler at you guys real quick. So, what kind of men are women looking for? So, at the end of the day, really, they're just looking for guys who will give them strong offspring, who will give them, when they have a man who is strong, their children are going to be strong. When they look at you, right? When they're physically attracted to you, they look at you and they're like, okay. And they look at your features and they look at, oh, it's all subconscious, right? And certain women are attracted to certain men, but there's certain things about men that will trigger certain, levels of attraction in them. So when they're looking at you, they're like, yeah, that guy will do, that guy won't do, but it's different for certain women. Really what they're looking for is strength, right? Strength. Now, why am I talking about this? Because at the end of the day, when women are trying to decide if they want to have offspring or babies with you, you have to ignore what a lot of you have to ignore what society has told you. Okay, society has told you that men need to look a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way, which is today aiming to be a more feminine direction. So what you need to focus on is going back to being more masculine. Lift weights, focus on how far do your resources stretch? You want to be able to provide strength, security to her, strength and security to your offspring, and obviously yourself. Don't put yourself last in that order. Don't put it in the order that I said it. Put yourself first. So when you lift weights, look strong, okay? Be strong. Make sure you work on your shoulders, your chest, right? Have a low body fat percentage as much as you can. And it's not that you don't even have to have like a 6-pack. You don't even have to have that these days. Just try to look big and strong. So eat a lot of food, do all that shit, but make sure you're lifting a lot of weights, guys, okay? Right behind you is my bench press. I lift every single day on the bench press. And it's just something that I like doing, and it's something that, I don't even lift heavy either. I don't even lift that heavy. Okay, but it's something that I do every day. But every day I also focus on my finances and growing my business. Because the more money you have, right, the more leverage you have, the more food, the higher quality foods you can buy. And then you can, you can have a nicer place. You're stress free, right? Money problems go out the way. So what did I say? Health, wealth, personal development. So work on your brain. Read a lot of books. I'm reading a lot of David Hawkins books right now. I'm reading a lot of stuff that is helping me understand emotions because I'm a coach. I help people. So I want to try to help them understand their emotions and point them in a direction where they can have a better grasp on why they feel the way that they do. Why do they take the action steps that they do? Why do they feel it's necessary to reach out during no contact? Like instead of just telling them, no, don't do that, which is what I do. But I'm like, this is why you're doing it, right? And then we go into attachment and why attachment is such a strong thing and how to overcome attachments and fears, right? Now, everyone who comes into the coaching program is so focused on fear, but that's for another video. And of course, your social circles. So how high are you in the, do you have a lot of reach? Do you have some friends? Do you have a network? During COVID, this is going to be one of those things that you're not going to be really focused on, but COVID's going to end at some point, right? And it's not like you have to be friends with fucking Bill Gates or whatever, just to have a be attractive, but you just need to be able to be in most social situations and be okay, and stuff like that. It's not really the biggest deal, but you should have some friends. You should have some people that you talk to in a daily to help you grow. Okay, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. That's a pretty good quote that I heard early in my life. So the biggest thing that you guys can take away from this video is to focus on yourself. I always say that in every video. I know it's like a broken record at this point. But women are looking for strong, centered men who can provide healthy offspring. Again, there are certain things that you can do, right, that are going to maximize your reach and how far things go with women. So what you really want to do is just never act weak. So here's the thing. I know it's really hard, and I know it's something that a lot of people are going to have a lot of issues with in terms of grasping the entire understanding of it all, but the more negative you act, the weaker you act, the further she's going to emotionally put herself from you. So what a lot of guys do when they come to me is they've realized that they've created a lot of disdain for themselves in their partner's eyes, right? They've created a lot of fights. They've created a lot of situations where they go, you know what, And it's because it's their own need, right? It's their own fears. It's their own shit. So instead of just focusing on having a good time, that's the only thing you need to focus on. Make her laugh, make her smile, have a good time. See, it's really, really, really simple how relationships can work and how easy they can work out for you. When you focus on yourself first, get yourself as an individual to the highest place that you can be. I have my hands raised way up, but you can't see it. Get yourself there first, and then when you're with her, make her feel good. It's not about dragging people down, it's about lifting them up, right? Make her feel good, make her feel beautiful. And I know it might sound cheesy to a lot of you guys, but if you want women to like you, you want them to want to associate with you more often, be as strong as you can be. So that means focusing on you. Don't be relationship focused. And what you need to do is when she is around you, make her feel good, make her feel positive. That's it. Right? Don't create friction. Don't create drama. Instead, have a good time. And then when you guys are away from each other, this is where a lot of guys screw up too. So this will be the last point. But when you guys are away from each other, a lot of people over text, right? There's way too much texting going on. One of the biggest focuses is, yes, when she texts you, it's okay to respond. Okay? It's okay to you mix up when you respond to. You can respond like 5 minutes later. You can respond 2 hours later. Just mix up when you do it. And it's okay to say, hey, I've been busy, right? A lot of guys are afraid to tell that girl, hey, I was doing this. What's up? You can't be afraid to lose her ever. The second you're afraid to lose her, you've already lost the entire game. She has more power than you. So instead, just say, hey, what's going on? And then set a definite date. And she's going to message you again because she wants to be close to you. That's what women do. They want to be close to you. They want to bond, connect, and all that shit. So when she wants to do that, tell her how beautiful she is. Tell her you miss her and all that shit. And say, look, I'm looking forward to Friday. Or I'm looking forward to Wednesday, Saturday, whatever date that you plan. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you then. Don't be afraid to do that kind of stuff, guys. It's okay. That is going to display strength. It's going to display that you don't need her. See, and the thing is, one really important last piece of information for you guys is a lot of people are playing chess. What do I mean by that? A lot of people, instead of just trying to give to the other person, a lot of people are in relationships or they get into, an interaction with you. It's not even a relationship. It's just it's like dating, but before dating. Instead of trying to actually go there to give and to just spend time together, instead, they're playing chess, trying to manipulate you because they've been hurt in the past. They haven't fixed their baggage. They haven't fixed their emotions. They haven't taken out their own garbage. You need to figure out if that person that you're seeing is doing that. It's almost like an extra step these days because a lot of people are going through a lot of problems today. So you need to be able to filter these people out, and you need to see if they're just there to give to you and be there with you. That's what a relationship is. It's not to be confused with taking. Relationships aren't for taking, they're for giving. You're supposed to give your time, your energy, right? That's why if you focus on your individual life and you raise up your energy and you're doing what you love to do, right? You're going to come to your relationship with a lot more to give in terms of your energy levels, your good vibrations, your high vibe self. It's going to be much easier because if you go to a job that you hate and it's just draining you, and that's all you do, right? If you work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and you know it's not what you want to do, but you're doing it because you went to school for it. Now you have a sunk cost fallacy because you're like, oh, I went to school for like 15 years, but like I went to school for like 5 years for this. I need to stay here because I spent 5 years and all this money. And you don't even have to do that. That could just be chalked up to a mistake. A lot of people don't want to accept that because it's hard to accept. But 5 years in terms of the rest of your life is small. And it's a lesson. You can now you know what you don't want. You're going to become a much better version of yourself when you actually do what you love to do. So I would start that as a side hustle. Start focusing on what you want to do from a side hustle perspective, so you can start working on raising up your energy levels and bringing that to your relationship. When you bring good energy to your relationships will last. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Check here for more. Subscribe. And check the description box below if you want coaching. And if you want to say something in the comments down below as well. That's it.